As the 1800s came to a close, the scientific study of things no one could see was the new hot thing. It was the pre-quantum era, and the race was on to uncover the mysteries of energy, light, and heat. Everyone knows that if you stick something into a furnace and heat it up, it will begin to glow red. It doesn't matter what you stick inside. Glass, coal, that ridiculous ceramic dog your aunt gave you for your birthday. When it reaches a given temperature, it will always glow the same color, progressing through each phase of the color spectrum as it heats up, going from red to yellow to white to blue to ultraviolet and beyond. If heat were only allowed to escape from one small hole, it should be possible to accurately measure color frequency and intensity. Classical physicists of the late 19th century, like Lord Rayleigh and James Jeans, spent a considerable amount of time studying this concept known as black body radiation.
Hey, Rayleigh, throw another particle in there.
Throwing! All right, Jeans, hit it!
Hitting!
Oh, that's hot!
Wow, that was intense. I'd say at least 1900 degrees Celsius.
Dump a lot of particles inside a black body, heat it up, and the box will eventually fill up, limiting its maximum intensity to a finite and safe number.
Jeans, how about we throw a few electromagnetic waves into the old black body?
Why not? There's no limit for those. Brilliant!
Switch over to electromagnetic waves, which have no mass and take up no space, and theoretically there is no limit to their intensity and radiation. The shorter the wavelength, the more room you have for additional waves. According to classical physics, you could keep cramming that box full of waves and always find room for more.
Turn up the heat!
Turn on the heat, and every one of those waves would start vibrating, driving the black body's color frequency well beyond the ultraviolet, and its radiation to infinity, resulting in
Riley! Oh, hot, 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 hot!
But this was obviously not the case.
Hey, Jeans, shouldn't your eyes be melting right about now?
Why didn't heated materials behave the way classical physics said they should? Why doesn't our own fireplace emit so much radiation as to blind anyone who sat in front of it?
Ow, my eyes!
Max Planck!
Physicist Max Planck did not come onto the scene intending to create a whole new branch of science. He liked classical physics. He was simply trying to figure out why black body equations didn't match black body reality. In an imaginative leap, Planck envisioned a collection of electric oscillators inside the walls of the black body that vibrated faster and faster as the temperature inside the furnace increased, emitting energy the entire time. The higher the frequency, the more energy the oscillators emitted, which once again, according to classical physics, dictated catastrophic results.
Nice face!
This is going to hurt in the morning. I am repeatedly confronted with reliable data that cannot be explained by any accepted theory.
Unable to make the numbers work any other way, Planck turned to Maxwell's energy distribution for particles. What if energy came not in an unbroken continuous wave, but in a series of discrete energy chunks? When he plugged it into his equation,
Energy equals a constant h times the frequency of the light.
it worked.
Oh, joy!
Oscillators did not emit energy in a continuous range. Instead, energy was emitted via discontinuous and indivisible units, which Planck called
Energy quanta!
For any given temperature, the quantum of energy is given by this formula, where F is the frequency and H is known as
Planck's constant! Max Planck!
The quantum was born, and Planck's so-called electric oscillators were actually primitive renditions of what would eventually become known as the atom.